Hi everybody, welcome back to Budget with Me 24/7. Hi to all the new subscribers and hello to everybody that's been following me for a while. Today's video is a little bit different, nothing to do with cash stuffing as such, but today I'm going to show you how to make the laminate cash envelopes in the basic of ways possible. And hopefully that people can be able to make their own or whatever. So if this is something that you're interested in, stay tuned and we'll get on with it. Hi guys, thanks for hanging around and watching this video. Now I'm going to try and do it as basic as possible and as close up as possible, but you're going to have to bear with me because I've got this stupid tripod thing stuck right in front of my view, so the camera might move slightly when I bash myself, but I'm going to do my best and just see how it turns out. So basically what you need to make your envelopes is some laminate. I've gone for the A4. This is a really thick one. This is the industrial one. And obviously a laminator and a paper cutter. And I don't know if this is going to fit on with, no it's not. Oh, not going to fit with my camera, so I'm going to have to do it sideways, which is going to be really awkward. Maybe actually let me change the camera view because I don't want to be slicing my fingers off. It's not a good thing really, so I'm just going to move you over here and hopefully this, if I change this round, will that work? Maybe. We'll try. That's a little bit better. Just see if I can zoom you in. Right, so obviously I've got a cutter, which is by Crafter's Companion, which was quite an expensive one, I must add, but anyway, it's a cutter. You can use them slidey cutters if you need to. So how I make my envelopes is, can you see that? Let me just zoom out a little bit. I take my laminate sheet and where it's curved at the edges, I trim that bit off. Now this is a little bit awkward because it's actually banging on the camera, so bear with me. And then what I do is I turn it round to the sealed end and then shove it through, and this is making my envelope. So the size of my envelope is 3.4 inch, which I've actually marked off there, 3.4 inch, which fits perfect in a binder. An A6 binder. Gosh, it's really awkward with the camera there. Right, I cut that. Just put this bit to the side for now. And I turn this round. So this is my envelope and this is going to be the length. That's the width of your binder, like so. And this is going to be your length. So we put this in the cutter, and this, my length, which works for me, is 6.7 inch. 6.7 inch. And I cut that. And there we've got the envelope, basically. I need that. And then the other piece of the laminate that you've got left, this is going to make the envelope basically. So I put this in with the sealed edge to the top. You have to excuse my nails, I've just been walking in the fields with the dogs. So I put this in and I basically half it, and my half, excuse me, because I am doing it with the camera in the way, my half is 4.4 inches, and I just cut that through. Like so. So I've got 2 covers there and 1 insert of envelope. Do you know, this laminate is horrendous because it gets bits everywhere. It is an absolute nightmare, I have to say. So yeah, and I just do that and keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that. What I used to do is I used to put like, oh, you see what I mean? I used to put this inside one envelope and then one there and then one there and make 3 at a time. But you then have to cut that one out of the envelope, cut this one out of the envelope, and then cut this out of the envelope. And when I say envelope, I mean laminate sheet. So I've done away with all the cutting there. Can't be bothered with it. Absolutely does my head in. So going back to what we've just done, we have just cut them 2 pieces and an envelope. So what I'm going to do now is take this envelope, because this is the shiny side. We don't want the shiny side, because if you have the shiny side, your envelope isn't going to open. So we take the shiny side and we just turn it over so both sides are dull, like so. Then we get the bit that we cut in half, open that, she says. It's really awkward with the camera, I must admit. Open that and then get us 2 pieces of dull side and put it to the edge of the laminate sheet. Doesn't have to be perfect. The perfect the better, but it doesn't have to be, because you can do this. And then what you do is you get it as close to the edge as, see what I mean? It just picks bits up all the time. This is one of my pet hates. Yeah, see, and then if you get a bit in there in your laminator, it makes the right mess. So as you can see, it's slightly not touching, so I just move it over a tad so it's all lined up to the edge. Tap it down so it's literally bits, man. It's literally just at the edge there. So that one's ready to be laminated, so we can put that one there. I have a couple more made, so we've got a few more of the leaves and a few more of the envelopes. So again, we just take the envelope, turn it inside out. Let me put my laminator on. So put it inside out so it's dull side. Get your sheet again. Put it right to the edge. And it's as straight as possible. That's another one. And then obviously you just keep going and going and going. I must make about, oh God, I must make at least 50 to 100 a day now, at the very least. And then obviously when you're putting in the laminator, you just sort of straighten them up again, so you just get that little bit. Keep forgetting you can't see. You will find that you get dust, but it does come off. Turn it inside out. Like so. Just, you know, you think that you're like really clean, and then you just find an annoying little bit that just jumps from the air onto your laminate, because obviously it's like static. It's horrendous. And just do these few. The laminator should be warmed up shortly. You see, sometimes I go a little bit off cock there. I don't know if you can see, but it's easy just to tap it down, and it does do the trick. And we'll just do this last one. Yeah, I'm left-handed, so I think everybody else who's right-handed probably would put the envelopes in at the other side. But I'm also doing it this side because of the camera, so you can get a bit of a clearer look. So there we have a few prepped for the laminator. And obviously when you're just putting them in, if they've come off like the line a little bit, I tried to get the line matched there, and I tried to get the line matched at the top as well on the sides, which to me, that looks pretty perfect. I don't actually know if the light's reflecting on it, so you can't see. So what I'll do is, I didn't turn the laminator on. I'll turn the laminator on, and then we'll get set to do that. Right, so I'm back. I've just made a few more, enough for this order. And what you must always remember is to put the sealed end in first. Just tap it down so it's all flat and level, all your corners match. And I'll just put one through at a time, because the laminator isn't fully heated yet. Sealed edge, please make sure you do that. Originally when I first started, I put the loose edge in, and it's burnt out so many laminators, it is untrue. I must have gone through 8 at least of the cheap ones. And then I've just straightened it up again. The envelopes are hot when they come out. This one's actually got a cooler here, so it cools it down, but majority of the laminates, laminating machines don't have a cooler, so just be careful when it's hot. And also don't open your envelopes when they're hot. This one's okay because it's cool, like I said, but every envelope should open then. But if you do open it whilst it's hot, it does get baggy, so wait till it cools down. And it does decrease the lifespan of the envelope as well. Right, what I'll do is I'll keep putting these through. I'll do it on a quick time lapse, and then I'll come back to you when they've all been laminated. Right, so we've laminated our envelopes. You have to excuse me, I've just put a jumper on because I'm really cold. So I've managed to do 24 there. So what I do now is, you know, if you think, if I was doing 3 in a sheet, I'd be cutting them out. So I'd have to do them 3 cuts per sheet. So I've saved like 20 cuts at least by doing it this way. So typical envelope, and obviously they all open, so I don't need to do that cut there where I would have had to do if I'd have done 3 in one sheet. So what I do, where the edging is, I have marked on my, what do you call this, cutter. I have marked on my cutter, you can't really see it because of this shield there, but I've put like a blue line. Don't, oops, bit too much. I've done like a blue line there, which you can mark. It depends what kind of cutter you've got, but I've just marked it. That's how far I'm going to put where my seal is, so I know that each one's going to be accurate. So I cut that edge. You could all do it different. I turn it over and then cut that edge again. And then the bottom, where I'm going to be hole punching, I make the whole envelope 4 inches. So this bit should be 4 inches going across. Can you see that? Let me just zoom you out a little bit. The whole width that way should be 4 inches. So in your binder, it'll be 4 inches tall, which I've marked 4 inches off. So I cut this bit 4 inches. Sorry, it's really loud, is this cutter. So that's one envelope done, and I just keep going on until I complete the lot. So I line it up to where I think is enough space to stop the edges from splitting, which is probably, let's just have a guess, well, I don't know how big that gap is, but probably 2 mil, 2-3 mil perhaps. But you can see it, each laminators will be different, because some will have smaller edging, some will not actually seal at all, but this seems to work for me where I've got it. Flip it over, same again, turn it round to the 4-inch and then cut where I'm going to do my hole punches. And we just keep going and going and going. Going and going and going. Flip it over. I'm so sorry for the noise of the cutter. Look, they all open because I've gone right to the edge of the laminating sheet right at the beginning, so I don't even have to cut that one as well. Otherwise you'd just be cutting all day long. So I will keep going now. I will not speak and I will just fast forward this bit until they're all done. Right, so they're all cut and probably about as straight as they're going to be, but I will tidy those up at the end. So all we need to do now is hole punch and cut the corners. I always cut the corners on these because these are really sharp. With it being thick, it would actually cut you. It would actually mark. Look, it's really sharp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cutter and cut and so on. And I will speed this up because it must sound awful. Right, so hole punching self-explanatory. In, turn over, in, turn over, in, turn over. Sorry, I'm knocking the camera. In, turn over. And I'll keep doing this now. Right, so they're all hole punched and ready to go, and all the holes are in the correct order, which works out perfect. So my final thing that I do, which everybody has commented on, saying, oh gosh, they smell gorgeous, she's put perfume on it. No, I haven't. What I do is I use this antibacterial hand wash, which also is, what do you call it? Gets rid of germs, gets rid of my mucky fingerprints, etc, etc. And bonus, it smells lovely. So what I then do is I then go on, she says when she's tightened the lid and she can't undo it, I then go on and put that on onto each individual one, and I just give it a good clean, get rid of any excess bits or anything. This is the hardest bit, I think, but it gets rid of all your well, not sticky fingerprints, but where I've handled it and stuff, and it also cleans the envelope, and voila. And I do that on every single one. So guys, I hope that has been useful. I hope you've learned something from it. Obviously I need to finish off cleaning them, which I will, but I hope this video has helped, and I've tried to do it as in-depth and as basic as possible, but I've saved so many cuts by doing it the way that I do it. So, and obviously with my new laminator I can put 6 envelopes through at once, but that's in a different room at the moment. I'm going to bring it into here later on today. So yeah, nothing else much to say. Hope it was useful. If it was, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me if you can do it, or are you going to try and do it. And if you're not, just keep buying from me. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want to do it, because I didn't want to obviously lose business. But you know what, there's enough work out there for everybody, and you know, why not have a go. However, I must admit, from when I first started doing it, the laminate is like nigh on tripled. Everything's just got really expensive. I'm just quite lucky that I can buy like 3,000 sheets at a time. Is it 3,000? 5,000 laminate sheets at a time, which costs a fortune, but it does save me a bit on each packet, to be fair. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, hope you like it. Please like, leave a comment, subscribe, share it, let me go viral. Yeah, you know, I've told you a secret, you help me. No, it's not a secret. There's loads of videos out there, but I just wanted to sort of make it a bit more close up and a little bit more in depth, if that makes sense. A bit of underwash there. Right guys, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.